I didn't do my baby hairs. What's up? What is up? Do we need a meeting in the ladies' room? Do we need a meeting in the ladies' room? What's up, squad? Come on in here for a minute. It is early to me, honey. Yeah, I know how it goes. Hey, so sweet, what's up? What's T, Metro? Hey, socialite in the city. Like, everybody y'all in my DMs on me talk about this Jess Hilarious and TS Madison, blah, 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 blah. And now Angelica Ralston got into it. This is giving me PTSD from 2019 because when I tell you it was the same bullying, harassment, all the transgender got together and tried to drag every woman. TS MANHANDS got online and was talking about my vagina. Listen. Oh, I can't wait to talk. I don't know if it's too early to talk about this because it's some, I'm going to pull the receipts and, all the vulgar things that they were saying about me. Yes, TS MANHANDS, honey, who went on his platform to say that he stands by black women. I was pulling up stuff. I'm like, oh, this will be a good show. Y'all remember this? Listen to this right here. If I got enough juice on my computer. Listen to this. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Hold on. Let me start from the beginning. Y'all remember this?
God, I wish I was a real woman with a real vagina. I wish I was a real woman with a real vagina that doesn't stink. Oh my God. Whatever I am, bitch, I ain't got to stink pussy.
Y'all remember this?
Whatever I am, I don't have a stink uterus. Uterus is unclean, honey. Unclean. Walking around with an asshole for a vagina.
Y'all remember this? The uterus is unclean. Y'all remember this? This a whole grown ass man with a wig who put on lashes and makeup every day to walk around pretending to be a woman. And let's not forget, when he ran into that bathroom and talked about that lady's maxi pad. Do y'all remember this? Oh, I'm going to pull it up tonight, Lord. I'm going to pull it up. Hold on, let me pull this up. Just for now. Y'all remember when he talked about this lady, big old maxi pad? And you want to be MANHANDS got offended by the sight of someone's maxi pad. And so here is the video footage. Hold on.
Straight up.
I'm going to let y'all in.
I just left out of the bathroom at one of these rest stops over here on the road trip, bitch. I just saw the biggest motherfucking maxi pad I ever seen in my fucking life. Okay? I went in the stall to pee. I came out from peeing, and this lady had her shirt, her panties, her bra, and her motherfucking big gigantic ass ultra maxi pad hanging over the stall. I can't.
And then he tried to shame the woman.
It might be that bitch over there running. I can't.
What woman do you know goes into a bathroom and talks about other women's maxi pads? What woman does that? Exactly. Why was he in the women's bathroom anyway? So we got this. Look, y'all know I'm like, history repeats itself. The truth don't need no help. I was bullied. They tried to silence me. And here we are at the same place all over again. They doing the same thing to Jess Hilarious. I may not even see it for Jess Hilarious. I don't even know Jess Hilarious like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, real women need to stick together. Like, we are allies. We have supported people. We have been a safe space, and particularly black women have been a safe space for these men in wigs for the longest time. Like, no judgment, no transphobia, no homophobia, none of that. But it never fails. As soon as we create a boundary, we are the worst person ever. We are turfs. We are transphobic. We are all that. Our boundary may be we don't want a man in a wig in the bathroom with us. That may be our boundary. Our boundary may be we don't want to be called cis, CIS. Our boundary may be that, we don't want you talking about our vaginas. That may be our boundary. Our boundary may be we don't want you putting quotes over the word real. So why is it that you can have boundaries? You can say, I'm put this wig on. No, I ain't got no wig, okay? You can say, I'm put this wig on, I'm gonna do my brows, I'm gonna put on some lashes and some lipstick. You can say, I'm gonna buy me some breasts. You can say, I'm gonna be so overtly sexual online that, that a real woman with no quotes would be embarrassed. You can do all of that, but we can't have no boundaries. We can't have no boundaries. We can't say, I don't want to be called cis, but you can demand to be called her. You can say cis is a scientific term, but we can say, well, is it a male, female biological terms? It's like the delusion, the insanity for me. And then we get called out for saying that, it's a psychological problem. But nobody can make sense of it. No one can make sense of it. Y'all can't make sense of it, but us, being the nurturing Black women that we are, keep trying to make sense of it because y'all have always been there for us and we have always been there for you. But as soon as somebody offends us, as soon as somebody attacks us, then all the men that we have supported over the years, all the gay men that we have supported over the years, all the transgenders that we have supported over the years, all flock together because they are under the umbrella of LGBTQ. That's what bothers me about the whole situation. Where is it? Where are the people that wants to stand up for us? The men, the Black straight men, they scared because as soon as they say something, it's a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? It's just like these crazy men in wig get more protection than we do. Thank you, Jay Gilmore. I know it's some gay men that stand for us. I understand that, but I'm just saying in general, even when you look online, even when you look on the YouTube videos and all this, it's like you can tell that people are taking a stance. I'm gay. You got to call people, respect people's pronouns, respect this. But where's the respect for us? Where's the respect for us? When do you say respect her vagina, respect her womb, respect her womanhood? When have I heard y'all do that? I had a whole. I ain't gonna even go there. I'm getting triggered. Let me take a call for. This wasn't even a show. I just came over here to chit chat because I felt like we needed a meeting before I pull all the receipts. Oh Lord, let me say something that's not crazy.
Yes. I just want to say I understand where what you're saying and like where you're coming from, and I can see that like all your face, that like the anger that you have for that community,
I don't have no
and
anger for that community.
not
I'm
anger, but
irritated
that you
about the
want to
situation.
right the irritation that you have for that community, and all I could tell you from I am an alpha male and I'm not part of that community. But one thing I can tell you, all you need to do is just sit down and meditate and just think about it. And sometimes when you think about stuff and just take a deep breath and breathe in and breathe out. Let's breathe in. Let's do it together.
Bye, Dre.
What I'm trying to help you out the best way I can. I don't know what to say. Like I'm just like I don't know what to say. I can't. I don't know what to say. I understand what you're saying, and I mean, I, I'm. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Um, what's going on with it? What's going on? I don't know what you're talking about, honestly, though.
I'm like, listen, I was gonna do a show and recap the whole thing, but in short, Jess Hilarious did a video responding to a TikToker who said that women don't own periods. Jess Hilarious said that womanhood, we own what we own. It is what it is. It's nothing we can do about it. We didn't ask for this. It was a birthright. So
Yeah.
anyway, she started getting dragged for that. TS MANHANDS came into the chat and started saying that she was manly and that we need to care about transphobia because it affects Black women as well, because Black women are confused for men. I've never in my life been confused for a man. I've had a transgender call me a man, but I have never in my life walked outside and anybody confused me for a man, ever. So, that started a whole nother conversation. Jess Hilarious called TS Madison fake and phony. TS Madison responded back to Jess Hilarious and started saying, well, you said da 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 da. I'm not sure because I don't know Jess Hilarious' story, but Jess Hilarious actually said in a joke one time that some man wanted to fly her out because he thought she was trans. That's her story. That ain't my story, and I'm sure it's not a lot of other women's stories, okay? But in general, they've been going back and forth. Even Lil Boozy, Tasha K entered. Now Angelica Ross, who was the transgender who played on Pose, entered into the chat and started dragging Jess Hilarious, and then Jess Hilarious went into her DMs and dragged her. So now all of the trans is fighting with the women. Now let's not forget Angelica Ross also tried to drag me back in the day when me and Josh did that live with talking about TS Madison after he had put my phone number online and was stalking me and harassing me. Okay, Josh stood by me, dragged TS Madison. We online, we talked about him, and then Angelica Ross took a clip of that video, put it on her social media to have all her transgender activists come and drag me and said that I was using TS Madison's dead name, even though TS MANHANDS Madison uses Timothy on the regular. So yeah, it's an agenda. And I don't like that agenda where they bully women into submission and silence. It's like men encroaching on our spaces and telling us what we have to do.
Right. And another thing is, me being real for a minute, like, you can't, like, it's crazy because the Black community, a lot of Black people are homophobic. That's real. You know what I'm saying? And they are homophobic, and it's crazy because the training community, is that what you got, the transsexual community, the LG, that community don't go against Black males, but they always dogging Black ladies. You ever notice that?
I do notice that.
Yeah, and that's kind of messed up. And I see two ladies
Where
on
are the
here.
trans men?
I see. I'm looking at.
The
I'm
born
looking at. I'm
females who
looking at.
transition to men. Where
I'm,
are they? Do
I'm looking
we
at
see them
two.
marching to say we gonna use the men's
Okay.
bathroom whether you like it or
I'm
not? No, we
looking.
don't. They in
Well,
our bathroom
in
too.
in different states, you can in different states. If I say I'm a lady, I am allowed to go in the ladies' restroom with you, and you are not allowed to do anything about that. And y'all know that's true, right? Y'all do know that's true, believe it or not. And also, I'm looking at two ladies. But if y'all go and say y'all was born ladies, they gonna say y'all homophobic. Like, what you
Well,
mean you was born lady?
they did that to me when I was doing videos about my fibroids. And I did a video titled "For Women Only." They flagged my video and said I was being transphobic.
YouTube did that to you?
Mm. Well, YouTube did it, but YouTube did it on the
Wait, Michelle,
strength of you know
is that
who.
LSW?
No,
No,
this
this
is
is RJ.
LRGA Curves. Is that Dre?
Yeah. Okay,
Is
you
that
live in
Dre?
California, right?
California.
Okay, so if Michelle, if I say I'm a lady and you go into the restroom, I could go into the restroom too. You live in a state where if I say I'm a lady, LSW, come on, we go into the restroom.
I go into the men's room all the time if the line is shorter.
Well,
Well, I don't
Yeah,
care about the bathroom
I'm
issue.
not tripping on
I only
that.
thing I care about is respect.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel like the actual term cis is relegating me to some inferior position when my ovaries create life, fool. The only reason you can even put a dress on is because you came through my womb, from my ovaries, through my vaginal canal, Look, I'm pumped. My glasses jumped up. I am
Wait,
serious
wait, wait,
about it. I'm
wait.
like,
But you have to watch what you're saying.
look, I don't
Because you're in a
look. You
state
know what? They
you're in
have
a
to watch
state
what they're
where they would
listening.
they would get you for what you're saying.
But
They
why
have
do
to.
these?
They
But why
have
do
to
these
watch it.
men
If
and
they
wigs
can call,
always
if
want to
they,
fight us?
and
Why
I
do they
don't
always
understand.
want to
I don't
fight us,
understand.
knowing that we ain't gonna fight them?
I don't understand how I have to watch something that they're putting on me. No, you have to watch what you call a natural motherfucking woman. God made me the way that I am. I chose to embrace it and stay the way that God made me. What's the problem? If you choose to not embrace the way that God made you, why are you mad at me and trying to relabel me from what is natural according to the naturalness of the universe? If a dog is born a dog and you decide that it's a cat, it's still a motherfucking dog. I don't care. And you're not going to tell me that my period doesn't matter, that I don't own my experiences. All that stuff is crazy down to me. I feel like Jess hit the nail on the head. Straight jackets for everybody in this piece, because there ain't no way that I'm about to argue with somebody who has kibbles and bits about something that I've been experiencing for 54 years as a woman. And
Okay.
on top of what Jess said, where is a protection for Black women? Why do we always have to sit up in here and fight these Black men, whether they're in a dress or not? I'm
I
tired of
told
it.
you
We need
why.
to
You know why?
unify.
You know why, don't you?
I
Because the
know
laws
why.
are such that the men are protected more than we are. If
Yeah.
if a man, if a cis man, I'm not even gonna say that. If a straight male was to confront these transgenders or whatever and fight them on behalf of women, then all of a sudden it's a hate crime. So
Right.
basically, us standing up to them is protecting our brothers, our cousins, our our uncles, our fathers against being arrested. You know what I'm saying, for assault. Because at the end of the day, if they weren't in the LGBT community, there would be no protection. It'd be two men fighting, whatever.
Exactly.
But
It's
it's
crazy town.
crazy.
And for me to be under the threat of being canceled for speaking the same mind when a person can tell me what their mind is about my natural state of
Or
living.
fire from your job.
Yeah, or anything like that. But I can't say what my belief and experience is based off the scientific facts that we've been working with since the beginning of time. And I learned in the freaking chat yesterday that cisgender was coined by a German sexologist who was a pedo sympathizer, and he coined the term cisgender as a way to identify that as long as it feels good, you can have the sex with the people. Check it out. Check it out. It's real. It didn't get coined in 1994 by a woman. That's fake. A pedo sympathizer coined that phrase. And now I'm supposed to wear it? No. You wear what you want, and I'm sticking to my fashions, okay? You can't tell me what I am if I can't tell you what you are. Leave my womb alone.
But why is it that every single time we do that, y'all remember I did a video called "Don't Call Me Sis." I did a whole video, and I'm gonna bring that up when I talk about it tonight too. I'm gonna bring up all those receipts. This was 4 years ago, and I did that video called "Don't Call Me Sis." They still arguing in the comment section to this day. It's a scientific term. You can't say what you don't want to be. You just are, sis. And it's like, well, you can't say what you want to be. Like at the end of the day, I was born a woman, but you choose to be called her. You know what I'm saying? She and all of that, but I can't choose to be not to be a cis.
And then it's just crazy to me that we have
And
to
how
go
is
through
cis a
this.
scientific term, but male and female is it?
Yeah, male and female was used to be a scientific term, and now it's just like, I guess
It's a
nobody
social
knew what they were talking
construct.
about.
That gets somebody. It's a social construct. You were
Yeah,
assigned that at birth. I wasn't assigned nothing. Did
right.
nobody say,
There was
look
like
at
pretty
let
much
me check
male
this,
and
let me
female,
assign this to this person. No, that's not how it goes.
right? And then they do go ahead and put stuff in the dictionary just so we have to try and deal with it. They did add cis to the dictionary, but I don't have to adopt anything I'm not comfortable with, and I'm not trans bashing, homo bashing, or anything like that. I'm just saying, if we have to let other people live in their existence of their mind and what they're making up for their reality, then why can't we be allowed to live in our natural state
Okay,
without
okay.
apologizing?
LS, can I ask you something? So,
Larger.
He
larger.
keeps calling me LSW for a
Yeah,
reason.
who
I'm
is
not sure.
LSW? I got that from somewhere. Okay, look.
LSW is another squad
Yeah,
member.
that's another awesome
Oh, okay,
sub.
okay,
I love that person
okay.
also.
So if you see Ronald, right, and Ronald tell you to call him Miss Sonia, right? What do you call him? If Ronald say call
Well,
him as a ma'am.
if my eyes catch him as appearing as a man first, I'm going to say honestly, it's going to take me a while for my eyes to catch up with this new lingo that the person wants me to call him. I'm sorry. That's just, hey, I'm pretty much stewed in my beliefs and perceptions of what the world is around me. I've been trained for over 50 years that a man has kibbles and bits and looks a certain way, and a woman has her twats and bumps and looks a certain way, you know? And so now everybody's just plaid and making up things as they go along. And I'm not trying to offend you, but if my eyeballs see something that is based off of a training and perception and a programming, then I might have to take a while
Okay, okay.
to reassign
Wait,
it.
wait, wait.
You're in,
Cordero said, "Let white supremacists live in their existence as well." We kind of honestly do.
We do.
we
They got
really
it on
do. We
lock.
only protest white supremacy when it affects us. The same way with this transgender
okay,
situation. We
Michelle.
only protest transgender situations when it affects us. We don't go around just waking up in the morning and say, "Oh my God, there's so many men out there want to be women." We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's when they come for us, when they have an issue with womanhood that we speak about and they want to fight us on it, that's when we talk about it.
Michelle.
And then the whole thing about fighting, like you're literally talking to women who have menstrual cycles and telling them that we don't own what we experience, but you can experience it. You can. But you.
Did you go out? I can't hear you.
Oh, my
I'm
bad.
doing my ear too, like she
Going
can see
down.
me.
I thought it was my phone.
That's the government. Uh-oh. They listening.
They're calling you.
see, I agree with what you're saying, largely, but you in California, Michelle, you can do that. You can say that. You in Georgia. That's a Republican state. Out there in California,
Listen,
it's different.
I can respect people's pronouns who respect me, period. And if the respect isn't earned, it's not given. That's all I got to say about the situation. I'm not walking around seeing, an obvious trans person or even a trans person that's not obvious. I'm not walking around saying I'm not going to call him or her or
Right.
whatever. But, honestly, in my heart of hearts, I already know, but I will respect them and be like, call them whatever they want and go on about my day. That's not my journey. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But don't come at me because I don't see what you see.
Exactly. That part. Give me a minute. I want to catch up to this newfangled way of seeing things. I don't, and part of me doesn't even want to believe in the boxes that we have been assigned. Like, I'm always talking about
No.
my box.
You see the box that say
I need country.
the box that say
But
what do you go as now? It say what do you call yourself? Male, female. I could put a female. You
I put
put
myself
female.
as human.
Yeah.
Whenever anybody comes
Black,
at me
white.
with all those pronouns, I'm just human.
I'm
just
never
human.
gonna forget.
I simplify things. Human.
Michelle
I'm
Cordero said
never gonna forget this. I'm gonna play this one more time because for the people that
Cordero said y'all don't never respect each,
wait,
but want trans people to
wait.
respect y'all to
Well,
a.
how do you know what we respect? Because you're not one of us. Speak for yourself. Anyway, let's move on. Hold on.
Straight up. I just left
What's that?
Listen.
One of these red stops over here on the home trip, bitch. I just saw the biggest motherfucking maxi pad I ever seen in my fucking life. Okay? I went in the stall to pee. I came out from here, and this lady had her shirt, her panties, her bra, and her motherfucking big gigantic ass ultra maxi pad hanging over the stall. I can't. It might be this bitch right here running. It might be that bitch over there running. I can't.
So he tried to publicly humiliate a woman for having a big maxi pad in the women's room.
Cordell said he said what he said.
That's okay. I said what I said.
Cordell, Michelle said she said what she said.
He heard me.
Oh.
You're so stupid. We can look. We can agree to disagree and still live in the same world. I don't understand. We can agree to disagree and still live here. Look, and let's not forget. Hold on, let's not forget. Hold on, where the other one at? I'm pulling up all the receipts, Chad.
I also feel like sometimes the LGBTQ community can be very aggressive towards natural born women.
You think? Hold on. Let's not forget this. Wait, let me go.
I wish I was a real woman with a real vagina that doesn't stink. Oh my god. Whatever I am, bitch, I ain't gotta stink pussy. Whatever I am, I don't have a stink uterus. Uterus is unclean, honey. Unclean. Walking around with an asshole for a vagina. Evil.
You see this? Y'all hear this?
That was very aggressive.
What did he say? I couldn't understand it.
He said he was mocking people saying he wants to be a real woman and said whatever he is, he don't have a stank pussy.
Michelle,
that's crazy.
Michelle, you done seen him dog so many ladies, but have you seen him dog a man, which is the black males is the most homophobic?
But I don't watch them like that, so I don't know. All I know is
about any of them.
Well, and then that's the thing I was going to say is like, so I'm out here in California and I hang out in San Francisco all the time. They have some great gay clubs. They have a great gay district. And when I would go there with my brother who is gay, they would see me as a natural woman and be like, fish, 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 fish. I'm like, motherfuckers. I mean, it literally, like, and I don't smell at all, but that's like basically a slur. They weren't saying it with love and affection. They were saying it to degrade me.
I've been, the gay clubs and
but they
like,
also
fish is here and all that, and I don't smell. But at the same time, I have also faced someone trying to humiliate me saying my vagina smell like fish, I eat junk, and I need another gay man. So it's like, on the one hand, y'all want to say it's a term of endearment, then on the other hand, you want to use it as a diss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cordero,
I mean,
that's not why you're called fish. Why is it you're called fish?
For something from the sea, they could call my ass a mermaid. Fish is not it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's almost like they're always in competition with us as natural women, say things and do things against us as natural women, and then get their drawers / panties in a bunch when we have something to say back. And that's just like duplicitous. You need to pick a side and stay on your side of the street. Either you love me and you're putting on that dress because you really do love and adore women and the energy that we provide in this world, or you're putting it on trying to mock me so that you can call me fish and tell me that you're a better woman than I am, which will never happen.
Daryl, you trying to troll now, talking about then stay out of gay clubs. First of all, you can't tell me where to go or who to hang out with.
Michelle, you gotta like, Cordero is really serious about that. He's not trolling. Y'all always have.
But
this the only.
That's fine.
Y'all
I'm
don't
saying,
agree
in general, some of the things that he says is like. So basically, you telling me I can't have gay friends?
So he's
not telling me I can't. Like, what are you saying?
Just saying he's not trolling. He's for real. He's not trolling.
You can't speak.
Y'all, this
I
the
like
only
what the real
stuff that y'all
Booty said. We do need to protect women who are able to produce life. Like, we're literally under attack. And for people to just be pretending like this is just like a little thing, this is a huge thing. Our wombs are under attack. Out here in California, they just decided that they can go make lab created human embryos. So they're trying to ex-nay our wombs out altogether and pretend like we don't even matter. But let's see how those babies turn out in 20 years.
Deborah, talk about y'all are really upset. Like, I don't feel like it's a situation with being upset. I think Just like y'all are passionate
Real
about.
bitches is not talking
Wait,
about you.
wait,
You're talking
Dre.
about the people in the comment section,
Hold
Michelle.
on.
You
I
don't know
was
these
just.
people by now.
Well, you hold on and let me speak. Damn. I was saying I don't think it's about being upset. It's just that we're passionate about a topic, just like the gays are passionate about LGBTQ issues. Why can't we as
Correct.
women be passionate about womanhood?
Cordero
Right.
said his sister can't produce life, so do she need protection?
She does need protection if she has the kibbles and bits to produce life. Then she too is with us. I mean, just because a woman might be like,
Oh
sterile or
God,
whatever,
I don't
that
even want
doesn't
to
mean
listen.
anything.
People got to start doing this whole minutia thing. Who can have a
Now they
baby? Who can't have a
going
baby?
against.
Who's had a
Now they
hysterectomy? Who's
going
had
against real
fibroids? Who
bitches. No,
has
real
birth
bitches.
babies?
Is
Who
it?
haven't
And
birth
don't we?
babies?
Real
Who
bitches is
gives a fuck about
talking
that? We know
about
what a woman
the
is, and
comment section.
we know what a woman is not, and all of it does not centralize around having children or not having children. Okay.
Isn't it something about a chromosome? Like there's an X chromosome and a Y chromosome, and like down to like the physiology of even our bones and our DNA structure. DNA is DNA, and down to all of that. Like we are physiologically a woman and physiologically a man. If I'm saying that word out of not the right way, you know what I'm talking about. Like down to the atoms that make us. That's different. Everything is different. The way, and I don't know. They need
Cordero
to leave
said
us
he's
alone.
going against a turn you just made, Michelle.
I didn't say that.
What do you say?
Larger said it.
Oh,
She's talking about,
yeah,
or somebody in the
large.
comments said it. I don't know. I don't care. But at the end of the day, it's more. It's more than that. Like just like the superficial things that people say that being a woman means, you got to have makeup on and lashes and
So what do
your
you
waist got to
guys
be
think?
cinched and
What do
all
y'all
that. None of
what?
that is a part of womanhood. That's a part of looking or what people
Okay,
feel a
so
woman looks like.
what do you and larger? What do y'all think that they should be called then? If they want to be,
Who?
if the transsexuals, if they should they be called?
They can
What
be
do you
called
think?
whatever they want to
They
be
can be
called.
called whatever they
I don't
want. I'm
care.
not tripping. That's the
I
point.
don't care. My thing is, don't call me something else just because you. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cordero said, oh, he said, I don't have time to argue with Michelle. It's not worth my
No
patience.
way. Quad from Married to Medicine? Really? Is it all over IG right now? Oh my
I gotta
gosh. You know she's very
go do some
proud of her
research,
resort
y'all.
now,
I
so I
gotta go
gotta
do
check
some
that out.
research.
Okay, so a male is two X's and a man is an X and a Y. Yeah. Yeah. Look, she said I'm identifying as a giraffe today.
I'm identified as a billionaire, and the bank better respect my pronouns. So I'm just
Yes.
saying. I'm going to the bank to deposit to withdraw my $1 billion, and they better respect what I am identifying
Oh,
as.
Michelle, Cordero said you need to start respecting his community.
Can I say that?
Huh?
Cordell
This has
said
been
he
an
did not
excellent
say that.
conversation. I appreciate you for letting me up, but yeah, I just had to jump on here because I saw that other lady was mad at Jess and started in on Jess
Yeah.
after everything had just calmed
I'm going to
down, and
compile
I'm like, leave women
everything. I'm
alone.
going to compile everything. We're going to talk about it tonight.
You said, wait,
Okay.
you said the other lady?
Yeah, the
Who's the other
other
lady?
lady that started with Jess, she thinks she's a lady. Let her
Oh, okay.
identify as a
See,
lady. She can do what she wants.
see, Larkin, look at Larkin. She going, okay. You got now. Look, you trying to keep your job. Nah, you came over here
No,
hard. You
I'm
trying to keep your
serious. Like I
job.
said,
Nah.
if I can see, when I saw the person that got it just this morning, she had a nice little bob on, and I had to go back, and I didn't even, yeah. So I didn't see no Adam's
Not a
apple or
nice little
nothing. I didn't
vibe.
know. My eyeballs didn't know anything different. So yeah,
Not
I'm
a
not tripping.
nice little vibe.
I give people the space to be who they are on this journey,
Oh my
and
God,
I just
Michelle.
need people to give me the same space without being mad at me because I
Cordero
don't
said you need
adopt
to
all
be
the
who
things
you
that
are.
you
What do that
expect.
mean? That is so disrespectful.
Who?
Kadira ain't saying all that.
All right, Michelle, I got to go. I love you, Michelle. I see you tonight. Bye, Michelle. Y'all have a good day. I gotta go.
Okay, Dre, it was great seeing you early.
Hey, Kadira.
I did not say any of that, Michelle. Please don't listen to him.
That's okay. I mean, my thing is, you had a right to your opinion. I had a right to mine, and
I wasn't saying all that other stuff that he said. I was telling you you have to respect. I wasn't telling you. I wasn't saying any of that stuff. He's so annoying.
So, what do you think about this topic that keep flaring up every couple of months, John?
I don't. I sometimes I try to stay out of it because I'm not a woman and I'm not a trans woman. So
I feel
like
that's best. But I just see so many gay men that's windmilling for trans when it's like you don't even understand the disrespect that trans women are vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, how are you speaking for either or when you're not one or the other?
Correct. I do think that, I mean, I don't like Jess Hilarious. Jess Hilarious, she attacks pretty much everybody. So, trans women aren't like exclusive to, she's had things with, Jess Hilarious is just hilarious. But what's interesting to me is that a lot of this stems from a DM that Jess Hilarious got a year ago or months ago from a man who thought she was trans.
Mm-hmm.
And, and so I think that there are a lot of, I'll use the terms, a lot of natural born women who do get called trans by natural born women and men. So they're like, Serena Williams has been called trans. Sierra was called trans. And so this is not something that I think that
I've never heard of Sierra being called trans. Sierra was called a hermaphrodite, and that was just the evil rumor that someone put out there. Serena Williams, they call her man Lee because of her athletic ability.
Mm-hmm.
I've never called her trans. I don't know anybody. Yeah, nobody has ever.
I'm not saying that y'all have done that.
No, but I understand what you're saying. But like throughout history, we can say throughout history, men have been called women and women have been called men. But that doesn't mean that somebody is calling you trans. If somebody says that, Lil Jon is feminine, he a girl, that's not calling him trans. If somebody said Michelle Obama looked like a man, that's not calling her trans. You know what I'm saying? That's an insult.
No, what I'm saying is they have specifically, Serena Williams has been called trans. So she said this herself. Sierra has said this herself. So I mean, you can go dig it up. It's been there. So I think that trans women, specifically Black trans women and black women, I actually think they have way more in common than not. I think that there is a respect that needs to be there, and I think it is there. But I do think that there is like there's way more trans women that respect women than those that don't. And I think that the ones that don't are louder.
The ones that are the loudest.
They're exactly, yeah, they are the loudest. And so it makes it difficult for the trans women who do just be trying to, maneuver and just mind their business to just mind their business.
I can agree with that.
But I do think that the ones that are the loudest are,
misogynistic.
They're absolutely, they're misogynistic. They're sexist. They're,
the only time I've ever been called a man, I've been referred to as being a man was from a trans.
Yeah, and that was misogynistic, transphobic. It was transphobic in itself for a trans person to say that, because you're using it as a dig when you are not wanting that to be even a stereotype towards your community. Mm-hmm. So why would you use that as like a dig? So it was transphobic in itself as well. So but I feel like you've had these conversations, and I feel like that there are. I came on air and talked about it. So I do think that it's just I don't know. Again, I'm not trans. I'm not a woman, but I think it's just unfortunate that those that are the loudest end up being now the voice for. It's like a blanket slate is being put over all trans people as if they operate this way, and that's not true.
I agree. Dambrielle says women will never respect trans women, and I don't agree with that. But what about when you say that, Dambrielle? Why didn't you say straight people or whatever? I don't know. Like, do men respect trans men?
I think trans men are easier received because they are not.
They're not forcing the issue. They're not forcing their misogyny on the situation.
Well,
They're entering
trans
into a
men are
misogynistic.
misogynistic too.
And I feel like real women do accept trans women because we produce trans women. We love our children. You know what I'm saying? So we don't usually care about those types of things. So I think in general, we're just more nurturing and loving overall. And until we are challenged and disrespected, that's when we pipe back up. You know, I don't really feel like this is an everybody all the time kind of thing. This is only happening right now.
Of it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like the energy of it. Almost like they try to like bully and read and harass people into silence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because a woman doesn't agree with what a transgender said and she said what she said, and now it's like all transgenders coming to attack a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate. Like, it's not the first time this happened. It's happened over and over and over and over and over again. It's like, if your goal is acceptance and peace and inclusion and all of those things, why is it that you can't respect and include, you know, women in the conversation and allow them to feel what they feel?
Right. Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah, and when it comes to I don't think that women just out here not respecting trans women. I don't believe that. I do think that there is a conversation where I don't know where women, like some women literally say trans women are getting more rights than us. What rights are trans women getting more than women?
It just feels like they're protected more than us, especially Black women.
Mm-hmm.
That's just our feelings, because they got the cover of the LGBTQ IAX community. They got the cover of
blacks don't though,
huh?
And I think that's the black trans people don't have that covering.
They kind of do.
Black gays don't have that covering. We don't have it. Like y'all,
I don't know. I kind of feel like
as a black gay, we don't have that covering. We don't.
I don't know. Like, to me, I see.
You're not gay, so you can't tell me.
So as I see a community rallying behind their community, and I'm thinking that right now in this moment, Michelle, as a woman, we need to be taking cues from these other people groups and start rallying together and be on code together.
Exactly.
And fight
Black
together.
women don't stay on code. It's so many Black women that's gonna go and be like support TS Madison's misogyny over a Black woman. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but gay men, y'all stay on code. Y'all just do. Most of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
At least that's what we think. That's what we observe.
At least that's what we see, and that's what I have experienced.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking from firsthand knowledge, experience, how all these random gay men was all in my DMs, dragging me, calling me all kind of bitches, hoes, fish, Gary Coleman, ugly, gorilla, all of that, and all of these gay men. And some Black
staying on code and having more protection and rights is not the same thing.
Okay.
Those two are not the same. And so I do think that there's a lot of times when things happen within media or rights or this and this is happening, and the faces of that are white queer and trans people, and then the Black queer and trans people end up getting the bunt of the responsibility for the backlash of it, as if we benefit from it, and we are still Black. We still don't benefit from that shit. And so that's a completely different conversation than what you just spoke of, which I can understand. I do think that, you know, when it comes to, you know, Black queers and trans, I do think that there is somewhat of a you know, try to protect, you know, or the most, you know, a marginalized group, and, you know, stand 10 toes with them sometimes regardless, and you can sometimes overlook, maybe you should not have went up for them. Maybe you should have just called them out instead of just protecting them. So I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, because I was having conversations in my DMs, and I think I mentioned this before. It was this one man in particular. I was like, would you talk to your mama, your sister, your auntie, your cousins the way you approaching me in my DMs over a situation you know nothing about? Like, this man literally put my phone number online, put my privacy and my
Yeah, he
safety in
did. He
jeopardy,
did too
had
much.
people calling me and, you know, prank calling me, showing up, all kind of things, and you telling me that you think that's okay as a human being? You think that's okay?
Oh, absolutely
And
not.
so it changed his mind. We had a long ass conversation about it. He ended up apologizing to me. But I'm like, you know, sometimes, you know, I understand y'all go hard for your faves or whatever, but, you know, there's a certain level of human decency and right and wrong that you have to put into consideration as well, you know?
I agree. I agree. But you know, I feel like people go up for their faves regardless of gender.
Yeah.
You know, but I just think in that particular moment, it was a gay doing too damn much, which they do. I don't even. You don't want to hear
I
my
understand. It's just,
internalized homophobia with a lot of these gays that I don't need to be around. But there are some gays who do too much and don't understand that, you know, that's, you can't navigate life, you know, operating that way with just attacking everyone because they don't agree or they have a difference of opinion or because or just because it's someone that that, you know, like TS Madison, which a lot of people do go up and go to bat for TS Madison regardless of if, you know, if she's right or wrong. And so I don't get that. You know, like I said to you before, what she called you was ridiculous. It was anti-woman. It was misogynistic. It was even transphobic in itself to even say those things to you. So I don't go up for any of those things. I just wish more people would say, hey, CS, I love you, but sis, you was wrong with this. That was wrong. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have said that. And if people are afraid to having close proximity or being around her because they don't want to call her out, then that's just BS in itself.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But look, I got to go look up this quad situation
Yes.
so I can add that to the agenda. Like, I don't wish nobody no, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, please.
And Cordero, I thought when I was talking, you were like, I could have swore you said something like, I'm not gay, so I can't speak to that. But I wasn't speaking like from a gay perspective, obviously. I was just saying that based on my observation of what I see on mass happen is it appears that certain people groups have a code they are ready to stick to no matter what, and other people groups don't. And I was just suggesting that as a Black woman, that we could take that up and really be about the business of each other and stick up for each other no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I mean, I think everybody should be able. I think all of us should call. There's a way to call each other out with love and not feel like you're calling someone out because now you need to, you know, cancel them. And I think that, you know, even us as, you know, Black, queer, and trans people, we should be able to call each other out with love. Just like, you know, you as all Black women, you know, like stand up for each other and call each other out with love. But everyone is this whole cancel shit and it's just and feel like just because you're being called out, then that means that now this person doesn't love you. It's a sensitivity. It's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
All I know is when it comes to the gays and the LGBTQ, like sticking together, like we look at that and we are in awe. Like, I wish that we could, you know, do the same because like I understand that y'all don't think it's always like that, but from our side, outside looking in, it just looked like, you know, as soon as something happens, y'all band together on the attack, you know what I'm saying, celebrating, protesting, all of that. Y'all stick together, and I wish in general that all groups can be on code like that. Black people can be on code like that. Women can be on code like that, but it's not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I agree. I agree. Well, you just started in real time. You know, Drake wasn't sticking up for me, so he wasn't on code.
It sounds like he was lying.
Drake scared of you. Drake left.
Drake wasn't on code with me, so you know, all of us, we don't stick together.
Drake said he ain't gay.
Girl.
Listen, there go that homophobia. Can't be
Notice I didn't say anything, y'all. I didn't say anything.
Well,
Those
I
Okay,
appreciate
Miss L, thank
those
y'all.
in the
you.
comments that know, they know. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, this
But
has been
yes,
a great
we go.
conversation. I appreciate y'all, and I'll probably put this on YouTube. Okay.
Okay, we'll
See you
talk, and
later.
I'll see you in your live
All right.
later.
Peace
Y'all
out.
know I do the after dark lives. It's too early to be talking about these heavy topics. All right, y'all.
Bye.
Who is? Oh, hold on. By larger. You said, and the original statement was really dumb enough for all of us to ignore. You right, you right, you right. Well, listen, I appreciate y'all. If you missed this replay, I don't know if I'm gonna put this on Instagram or not. I'm gonna stick this over on YouTube and let it fly. If you're not a member of my squad over there on YouTube, you can join for free. YouTube.com ATLien. No, youtube.com Michelle Brown. And yeah, we're gonna pull all the receipts in real time later tonight. This is just a little teaser. Okay. Like it, subscribe, comment, all of that. See y'all in the next video. Bye.